Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Angela Brennan and today I'm bringing you Spellbinders Glimmer of the Month August 2024 Colorful Splash. Yes, it's August 2024. I'm a little bit late with my Spellbinders Clubkits video, but this set here is amazing. It's got 3 sentiments and it's got one big background glimmer plate. Per usual, with Glimmer, you need to get your right hot foil, and with this club kit, you get the mini rainbow stripes. I remove the tube and I write in pen inside the tube the name of the hot foil, so it's easy for me to pick it out because I keep all my hot foils standing or vertically in a box, so you can pick it up easily when you need it, and also it's easy for me to state what's the name of the hot foil I'm using when I do my videos. So I use the hot foil, and while I'm getting all this ready, I've already got my GEMINI Foilpress machine ready. As you can see on the right, it's just heating up now. I cut my hot foil just to fit on the front of an A6 card. That's the common size card in the UK, which measures 14.8 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, because I'm going to cover the entire card front. So I'm going to use Hammermill card. So Hammermill card is perfect for hot foiling because it's got a nice thickness, at least 100 pounds, and it's also got a very smooth surface, which makes it perfect. So glimmer plates facing the heated platform of the foil press, the pretty side of the glimmer plate facing the pretty side of the hot foil, and the dull side of the hot foil faces the card, which is the Hammermill card. I'm going to put it into the machine when it's ready at medium setting. 20 to 25 seconds is what I normally use. And while I'm waiting for all of that, I'm getting my sentiments, the sentiment strips of the glimmer plates ready so it can go on immediately. When it's ready, I'm putting it through the GEMINI Junior die cutting and embossing machine, and voila, you get perfectly foiled image. I continue to do this a few times. So this rainbow is vertical. I also want F1, which I do horizontally. So now, as my platform is all ready and hot, I'm going to start putting a few things, and I end up doing quite a few colors of the background as well as the sentiments. So some of the sentiments, there's a slight overfoiling, but overfoiling is very easy to rectify, especially with very small images like this. You tend to get overfoiling. Just take a soft rubber eraser and you just get the extra foiling taken off and you get a perfect sentiment. Here's another one. I've used the hot foil, the Espresso hot foil from Spellbinders. And here I've just taken all of my balance hot foils, just put it onto a Hammermill card and then put it through the GEMINI foil press and the embossing machine the same way. So it's just the same timing as well. This is one good way to use up all your balance hot foils that you have. I'm sure everyone's got a box of it somewhere. So just one way to use it all up. And it just gets a hodgepodge of colors. And I still use that onto the card front and create a card later on in the video. I ended up using my really balanced hot foil that I had for previous hot foils that I've done. I can't remember when I used this because it was in my foil, all my balanced hot foils that I've used and want to reuse. I'm just putting it on and you get the image onto the background, and I think it's really pretty. So if you've got other hot foils that I've used in other background glimmer plates, feel free to use it in this particular glimmer plate, and I think you'll get really nice images. And you can just try. Sometimes it's trial and error and see what you end up with. And here are all the hot foils I did. So on the left is the horizontal version of the rainbow, on the right the vertical version of the rainbow, and you can get different versions of it. And I end up doing all these backgrounds. Now I could have kept some of the backgrounds for cards later on, but I do end up turning all of them into cards, and I show you that in this video. I'm just compiling the cards here as per usual. I like to put sometimes some foam sheet behind my card panel, which is going to be slightly smaller than the card base, which is, as I mentioned, an A6 card which measures 14.8 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, just to give it a little bit dimension. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press a notification bell so you're alerted when a new video is uploaded. Here I've used one of my sentiment strips or die cuts to cut it into strips, and I'm just putting an additional layer of some blue metallic card just to give it a bit of an offset so it stands out on the background a little bit, and I do attach it onto the card front with a foam strip. I do lots of Spellbinders club kits. Now, as you can see, this is a little bit late, but I do post them onto my video. In fact, all of the club kits for each month, I put it into a playlist, so it's easier for you to be able to access the playlist for a particular month's club kits all together. I just find it's an easier way, and I've got feedback to that as well, saying it's easier to access these club kits. I really hope you get inspiration from all these cards that I'm showing you, and I'm using different various dies within that particular month. For example, here I've got the small die of the month, which is Colorful Expression Sentiments, and I'm going to put that onto a card front. I like to have these sentiment die cuts or sentiment dies available to put them onto various cards. So while I store my Spellbinders club kit for each month together because they're by theme, but if they are sentiment heavy like this particular small die for August 24, I will keep them handy next to my craft space so I can take them whenever I need to do some sentiments on card fronts. Per usual, I like to layer up my sentiments and also use the shadow die and put it onto the card front. Now this one here, I've just put some double-sided tape onto the card front, which is an A6 card, and where I've done the hot foiling is slightly bigger, so it's easier to attach onto the card front, remove the double-sided tape, and then cut the excess around the card base. This way I can be assured that what's on the card base on the card front is going to be nice and flush, and I wouldn't be, putting it on a wonky basis, or it won't go not exactly full on the card front. And then I'm just going to attach fangs using my trusted T ruler to make sure it's nice and straight in the center of the card, and voila, the card is done. I love the simplicity of this card, so you don't have to do too much. Here I'm going to use again the small die of the month, and the one good thing with the small die of the month this month on August 24, it's got so many words and you can create your own sentiment. Here I'm using the various words and creating a sentiment saying have a wonderful day, and I'm die cutting it directly onto the foiled card front. So I've just attached all that sentiment together with some best ever craft tape so I can die cut it onto the card front itself. I also die cut it in white card as well as red metallic card because I want the red metallic card to be on the front of that sentiment. So I layer them up to give it a bit of dimension, and then I just attach it onto the card front and then put some foam sheet behind it, cut the card panel slightly smaller than the card base, and there you go, the card is completed. I like the fact that sentiment really stands out and it's quite bold against that splattered glimmer background. For the horizontal rainbows, I decided to use the Essential Hexi Gems die set and die cut it a few layers at an angle. I'm going to put this onto a card front which is measures A6 card, which is 14.8 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters, but I'm going to do a few layers of this and attach it to the card front, with some directly onto the card front with some liquid glue and some with some dimension tape and foam strips, just to give it different layers, different dimensions, and just attach a die cut and glimmer sentiment to the front of the card. Because the background is so colorful, so glimmery and shiny, I don't want to add anything else to the card and take away from that shiny rainbow image. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, remember to press that notification bell so you're alerted when new videos are uploaded. All the products used are listed in the description below, so do check it out. Here I've got the large die of the month that I've added some flowers here. I've got a separate video for large die of the month, so do check that out so you can see how I compile that. I have all the cards here, and I hope you found inspiration in that, and when you received your Spellbinders Club Kits, you will give it a go. Do check out the rest of the Spellbinders Club Kits video tutorials that I've put on at my playlist, which is in my YouTube channel, Angela Brennan Creations. Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you at my next video. Take care.